here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are about 11 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's the StubHub Center in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a man who played his college ball for the Iowa Hawkeyes, 6'2" quarterback C.J. Beathard.
40 starts in college, came out of a pro-style offense. He's the grandson of Bobby Beathard. You may remember him, partner, the longtime player personnel evaluator, GM in the NFL. For many, many years, this kid grew up in the game, and he inspires a lot of confidence in his teammates when he's on the field.
And his first look is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action now. Mariota. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 7 catches, 76 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Mariota, flush to his right. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw is Mariota. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have you ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Mariota now on second down, escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Third and goal. Mariota got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Evan Ingram, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They run, Cook, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. I mean, you've got a guy that high, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Fletcher. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Mariota to throw it. Forced out to his left. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Beathard to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Titans getting set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the...
Well, he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's in the MVP race, no doubt. Last year, Zeke finishing 3rd. Fournette trying to better that.
Love his body control. Love how he's physical yet fluid when he runs his routes. And that's why he finds himself open so often.
Picking up where he left off in that great performance a week ago. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. They'll throw here. Beathard. Throw right side, complete to Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Beathard. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw is Beathard. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's put...
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. C.J. Beathard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Out come the Titans now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This now a hit and a loose football. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Ingram holds it in. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Mariota now from the 50. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he...
Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. A first down throw for Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen that, you and I both been to practice it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw Beathard. And that is incomplete here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The Titans go. It's Mariota. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Mariota. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Thomas barreling ahead. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Beathard. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, Even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they try the right side here. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with time running out. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. And now a first down following that long gain. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
All right, so first down, 5 yards to go.
Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell